these families and also the pastures to a spring pasture. And right now here is around 2,800 meters in terms of the altitude. Let's look at what they bring with them. So you could see that this is a very thick food. This is also the table food. And also some of the suyo, that's also the oil or like a butter with them. And also you could see that this is also made by them. That's also the alcohol with them and also cheese. So you could see that this is provide a lot of energy to them, and we can tell to the viewers that it's a really long distance for them to move from the winter pasture to spring pasture. So they bring this kind of really the food, provide energy to them. And also, they bring the instrument with them as well. And this is also very important. The instruments, so they can play some music with them. You could see that they're also packing right now. And also, you could see the embroidery. That's also a classic local pattern. So they usually bring that to their bags. So do you collect this sheep? They're just born for 1 month. So you could see right now they are also being fed. So make sure they also have enough energy to support them to also move from this winter pasture to spring pasture to be with their families. So looking at the local village, actually, they do not need to bring a lot of stuff with them. And from 2001, they moved to these houses. So they have their fixed houses with them. And we could see that Mr. Niemann, to all the viewers, my name is Niemann Cairen. And a very strong, tough guy. And we talk about that for young people born after 1980s. But you also participated in the industry of herding or grazing. So talk about that, a modern way of grazing. We use drones. We use a lot of different technologies or a satellite navigation to help us to locate a flock of sheep or goats, and also help us to send the early alarming, so you can keep a flock of sheep away from this danger. Especially keep a safe distance from the wolves. So talk about the big differences. It's like you and your neighbors right now also actually doing this transition. That's also the mechanized transition. So that's a huge difference. So previously we spent 2 to 3 days. And also we talk about there also that the snowing season, so this weather quite tough, and it's also very slippery. So we need to prepare to really bring another layer of sand, make sure that's not that slippery. So that's in the old days. So that's 2 to 3 days, and we also need to build a camp to sleep overnight. So that's especially in the really cold days. That's really, really hard for us to do that. But right now you could see that's a mechanized transition. So that's bringing a lot of that easy life to us. So you could see that help us to put a mark at the years. So that's a very easy way for us to know that whether we have every ship with us. So that's just 2 hours. So that's say a half a day. So for us to transfer from the winter pastures to spring grassland. So you're looking at right now a flock of sheep right now is bring to the trucks. So that's around 600 sheep with us. So that's a sheep-drawn vehicle. So we use like corns and other food to really guide them to be loaded. And also for the little ones, they follow the elderly one, they follow their leaders, basically. So you could see that the first thing is like we need to invite the leader to the truck, to the vehicle, so the others will follow. So how we can say who is the leader? So we choose the most brave one and the strongest one. So we bring a leader to the vehicle and the others will follow. So that's very important to bring a first sheep to the truck. So also could see that a year mark, basically that's also their ID. So basically we bring the personal identification to each sheep. So that's number. Basically, we could see that from the Hejing, from this location, and also they have a QR code, so we can basically scan to know that their whole life. Basically, there's a time of born and location, and this basically for us to trace back. So you could see that we bring a lot of food for them as well. Grasses. So for a flock of sheep, actually, we also could see a lot of a mom-to-be. So for the April 1st, that will be the season for them to give a birth. So for the herdsman, we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter pastures. So basically right now we make our transition from a winter pasture to spring pasture. So in recent years, there have been various methods of transition for herders. In a Bayingolin Mongol Autonomous Prefecture, the prefecture, and in the past, it may have involved the whole family, including luggage and the flock, moving together. But right now, you could see that we use a lot of machines to help them. So we could see that a mechanized transition basically means that the herds directly transport the flocks to the destination by trucks. Previously, it took several days, like 2 to 3 days, to complete the whole journey, but right now it's just like half a day. So you could see that we bring the identification, their ID cards, the year mark to each sheep, and we also use drones and other advanced technology to help us to monitor the whole process. So you could see that, this mountain that we need to climb over this mountain to the destination, to the spring pasture. So the roads also given the weather condition. Previously, that's really a difficult journey, very challenging. So 2 to 3 days, you need to think about that, snowing and also slippery, the road condition. But right now, everything just much, much easier. And also you could see that increasing number of herds prefer mechanized transition, and they're also waiting at the trucks, the vehicles, arranged by the local government to be arrived. And they can arrive at the spring pasture safely. And also we talk about the spring season. You could see that's the veterinarians also on site to help to provide some shots. So that's a week before the transition. Actually, the veterinarians help us to do a lot of preparation work. Right now, we know that more than 1.5 million animals, a flock of sheep actually transferred, and also around 40% of these transition actually is done with the help of machines. So the presence of machines actually is increasing, and that's much easier. We talk about this really like the arduous journey, not only for human being but also for the sheep. But right now you could see that's a easier life for us and also for a flock of sheep. So, and also you could see that actually just me am here. Previously, this whole family actually is to perform this job. But right now you could see just me with the help of machines and also the veterinarians. So that's also need fewer helping hands. And also that's also my parents. I do not need to worry about the whole transition because like just an hour to bring all the flock of sheep to the truck and then another 1 to 2 hours on the road, that's done. So you could see that's much easier. And also we will bring that. You could see right now we bring these. We can talk about that. Let's say a necklace or a choker to the ship that help us to do a location, or so we can through the satellite navigation we can very precisely locate a flock of sheep. So if let's say a sheep actually entering to the outside of the circle, the safe zone, that a system will send alarm or alert to the herders. So we can actually monitor all this information and app with our phone. So for me, for my observation, I visited many different places, but if you look at here, that the pasture, so this is actually very easy, the clean, and also you could see that they in a very good shape. But you could see that they also actually colored. So that's also actually easy for us to tell that which sheep belong to who. So you can see by color, we can know that my one is green, the other is other colors. So you could see, and also we can tell from their ear mark, that's label, that's easy for us to identify. And so you could see here, actually, that's around 600. So later on, I also actually plan to build a farm. So I also have around 30 cows, and I also have some horses. So very soon we will leave here to the spring grasslands. So when you arrived at the spring grassland, what we will do? So right now everything's done, it's all set up. So after we arrived, we will also do another round of the cleaning work. So we will, after we arrived, we will do another round of the disinfection. But for other things, that's all set up, it's all done. So just seems like, think it's this way. So basically we move from these houses to another houses, and the one we're moving in is all ready. So we just bring our luggage and then to move in. So you could see that a lot of things change. It's not just in the old way. So it's also that technology changed our way of grazing. So we use drones to help us to do more work. So you do not need a lot of people. So you could see right now, it can be said that one person with a group of sheep can make the transition. And the elderly and children mostly reside in settled areas of the herding community. And they also can get the access to education and medical services. So we talk about the cost of this transition is around 2,000 RMB, and also can be covered. So it's not a great deal for the local herders. So we also could see that a black one, that's actually quite a unique one in the Bayingolin Mongol Autonomous Prefecture. So we could talk about that. The vehicle actually is 3 floors, so you could see that can accommodate majority of all these flock of sheep. And also we talk about that these group of the sheep actually they know their destination. So they also can tell their destination. They can basically walk to the grasslands. So talk about the biggest change. So it's very easy. Previously, we actually is really a big headache for us because it's really energy consuming and effort consuming journey. So we talk about why we need to perform this transition. So for different seasons, actually, you need to make sure that the grass has this time to grow. So we need to strike a balance. between the grassland growing and the grazing. So that is why we also move to different places. And this is also very good for the quality of the sheep and horses and cows from these natural places.
春季牧场跟那个冬季牧场是差不多的啊。我们那个春季牧场的话呢是夏季牧场、秋季牧场。我们转完后呢是把那个春季牧场的草留着啊。我们呢再借小羊羔草啊、小生命草，我们再利用这个春季。
So for the summer pasture, as we need to find a quite cooler places. So that's places located in the mountain.
啊，我们就赶旱走就行了。啊，天气也暖和了，对，草也绿了嘛。然后到秋天的时候，我们再转。啊，这呢秋周牧场的话就是。
So which one is your favorite? Summer one? Why? So grass is green, it's very nice weather, and also not that busy season for us as well. Thank you very much. So you could see right now we keep bringing a flock of sheep to the truck for a transition. So let's keep a distance.
他有点害怕了。对对。这个就是你带他上说的那个玉米是吗？对。
So we also use corn to attract them to get on the truck. So you need to give them some food, so the guidance, so to really bring them to the truck. You could see that works.
是不是这些小羊熟悉了之后，它也会不怕你，只是怕陌生人？
So let them to get used to it, and they don't afraid, because maybe for me I'm the stranger, so they may be a little bit afraid. But use corn, use some food, to really attract their attention and bring them to the truck.
这些羊还是非常聪明的，看到吃的还是经不住诱惑。赶羊上车是一件很费事儿的事情啊，再把它往上赶一赶。赶的时候就是第一次装车的时候，他们就。
So we use corn. You can see it's not that easy. So for us, you could see that their life of the herders actually changed tremendously. You could see with the help of machines, a lot of things can be done in a more very efficient way. And we believe that the mechanized transition will also bring the better life to the local people and also the livestock here in Xinjiang Uygur Autonomous region. We're entering to a high quality. Thank you for your watching.
Hãy subscribe 你咋没来呢？
你现在问这个？走了。
结束了。
好了吗？
多长时间？
哦，空的。
谢谢老师。哎，不对呀，他们在这儿有采访，他走了呢。尬住。小屏了。全结束了。哦，那好。钱老师。